Oh my. Hello? It's that time again. Let me just switch the scene over. There we are, back in Scarlet Hollow. Ready for episode 3. Okay, just gonna pull up my chat on my phone, then we'll load up. Actually, we can load up now. I think I might watch the recap since I, one, haven't done it before, and two, it might be good. Yes, that is when we ended. Alright, continue. Would we like to see a recap before starting episode 3? I do believe we shall. Hi, Twisty. Knew you'd be here. Alrighty. It's time to kick in the door with a recap. Yes, give me the full recap. The lost cousin, the bad news, the 26-hour bus rides with countless late-night stops in seedy despots. This isn't restarting, is it? Okay, no, sorry. Welcome to the Fumble Estate. Yeah, looks like one. Yes, we went to the state. It's not very secure. It's not the kind of recap I was expecting. Alright, so it's just showing certain scenes of the deer we found that was messed up. Duke getting shot. I went and grabbed Gretchen. Alright, we made it back. We looked up, learned they were called ditchlings, an omen of terrible things to come. I went back to the estate to have a fucking nap, which some people just call sleep. Met Dustin, that's very important. Stay out of trouble, she wants me home by sunset. Yep. We tried to avoid trouble. We then promptly found trouble. Sunset. We talked to Avery, told him all about the rough shit going down. Did a wee bit of library stuff. Met Dr. Kelly, set up a dinner with Reese. Met Wayne, told me to stay home. We found Rosalina. They were being fools. Went into the old mine. Yeah, forgive me, I'm glossing over this. We literally did this yesterday. Told Tabitha about everything going to shit. The collapse was very rough. Rosalina's house is haunted. We're gonna bust that today. Three of them ran deeper into the mines, like, you know, very good idea. Sorry for your background noise. We saw a weird seal thing and had some seizures into the past. We went after them. There was the whole thing about ghosts and shit, but yeah, Rosalina got her foot crushed. And then we drove home, never to think about it again. And we have some PTSD after 2 days here. And now we wake up. Into the dawn of the third day, sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine stuck to your skin. You take a shower. Fuck, clean yourself. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and surprisingly clean. Steam fills your lungs as soot washes down the drain. You scrub feverishly. Think about someone special? No, we are upset. We are going to scrub feverishly. You scrub ferociously, trying to scrape as much of the memories from your skin as though they're part of the physical dirt that coats you. You're done here. Turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. We gotta check on Dustin. Always. What the fuck? There are 2 of them now. Sorry, just doing something over there. There are 2 of them now. Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend? Her name Mom. She come to visit. I, Dustin, Mom. Gotta stay with Dustin until glass house is empty. Dustin say you not dangerous. Dustin is fool. All humans dangerous. Mom not understand, Dustin. What happened to your glass house? Asshole squatter moved in. Kicked Dustin Mom out. Squatter try to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but squatter not evil. It just try to survive, like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn. I had a rough night. Can you console me? Was it because of Cat Monster? Dustin was scared too. Hiss. If Cat Monster want to eat Dustin, Cat Monster will have to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill. Then Dustin Mom eat like kings. This nature. Gotta go, bye. Okay. That's that. Check the window. You hold your breath and approach the window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden the other day, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. It's the same view. Turn back. You turn back to the guest room. Check the closet. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? One of these days, it's gonna. You close the closet. Text Stella. I'm a creepy mascot in a grungy basement. It'll probably be some time before you get a response. Text Klika. Send a photo of exhausted Ben Affleck. Send a message to both. Send a photo of a pained old man. Oh, perfect. Done everything I can up here. It's time to start the day. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana and chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. That's her breakfast, Twisty! Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-haired woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. You have to imagine that fresh face in the kitchen is Janie. Tabitha did mention she comes in on Wednesdays to clean. Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room. Also, she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress eating ice cream for breakfast. Bonjour, Frou-Frou. Ugh, bonjour, sacre bleu. Do you think you can just bonjour me because I slept at the foot of your bed last night? I still despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I to bear it? I see. Talking to my cat again? You sure you didn't get hit on the head last night? You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. To me, they kind of are. You must be Janie. Hi. I didn't offer my peanuts! No! That's right. I'm here to do a little bit of cleaning. What cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's nice finally It's nice to finally meet you, Blood. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped in the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face, two completely different things, I suppose. Thanks. All I'm trying to say, it's wonderful to finally meet you, and I'm so happy that part of the family is here to keep Miss Talitha, what with everything that's... Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Talitha. Am I being too much again? Talitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Oh, we still have the time. I love that face. You hold out your boiled peanuts as an offering to Janie. Thank you so much for the generous offer, sweet, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass. I had a really bad experience with boiled peanuts in the summer of 17. Wait, no, 16? No, definitely 17. Anyways, my husband, Tulip, and I were on this road trip to Bone Rock, and why do you still have those things? Oh, we have an ice cream for breakfast. I'll have no sass from you today. They apparently had to take the little girl's foot last night. So I'm under a lot of stress right now, in case you hadn't put that together. And there's no we here. The stuff is way too hard to get a hold of for me to share. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I have an errand to run, and every time I've left you alone here, something terrible has wound up happening, so you're coming with me. Hold on, you can't even tell me you just recently lost a foot and move on like nothing happened. Just because something terrible happened to someone doesn't mean that life doesn't have to go on. Life has to go on, and let me assure you what happened to that poor girl weighs heavily on my mind. That kid was brave, and if it were up to me, we would have dragged her out of there and hoped for the best with those other two. Now, shall we go, or would you rather keep bombarding me with guilt for something I personally begged you not to do? I'll meet you outside. Given your track record, if I let you out of my sight, you'll probably just disappear into the wilderness, only to return in the middle of the night after burning down City Hall. If I'm lucky, you'll give me a call at some point between dousing the building in kerosene and lighting the match. Jenny, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything, I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between you two, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Blood, before you go, I heard what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry you got caught up into that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such... Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Thanks, last night was a lot. You don't need to talk, son. My husband's a local pastor. He's a gentleman and always willing to lend an ear. He's actually been going a little stir-crazy ever since we moved here, but with nobody really attending the sermons. We're probably doing a lot of good to talk you through your worries. Maybe, we'll see. Oh, take your time, of course. You're here all week. Just know that you can stop by the church any time. The door's always open. Have you seen anyone prowling the estate? I've got to stop the two of you right there. Food, I'm busy. I'm not in the mood to stand around while you play Nancy Drew with my cleaning lady right in front of me. We're leaving. Bye, Janie. Alright then, be safe out there, you two. Tabitha practically drags you from the estate, one hand clasped firmly around your arm. She continues to drag you all the way to her car, and from there into town. The ride is uneventful. Your cousin is unsurprisingly more focused on the road than making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh neat, what kind of tea? Nod sagely. After everything that happened the past 2 days, it's nice just to go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me have, let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. It's very Hemingway of you. It worked out great for all his characters, too, and for him. How dare you compare me to him? That man wrote sentences like he was a child. I don't have time to read books anymore anyway. I read expense reports now. We're burning daylight. Come on already. Pardon me. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smell of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Blood, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. Is Kanika okay? Of course, she just needs time to cool down. Emotions a little high considering everything that happened yesterday. She'll settle down soon enough. I'm just glad both my little ones made it out okay. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow. They both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with the tinkling of bells. Let's talk to you. So Miles, before you can finish your thought, you're halted by the bells announcing another patron. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Blued, aren't you? My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, shit. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss, buddy. Thank you. The policeman said he might be out there hunting, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him were supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone as of this morning, so is she. So I suppose I'm not going to the fair. May as well make myself useful and get out in the woods, look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Did you tell me where to look so I can find him? Big Betty was one of your chickens, right? Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty is our prize pumpkin. She was a big lady, too. I expect she was at least 2,000 pounds? Not too easy to move something like that. Could be she rolled off down a hill, but I can't be looking for her just yet with everything else going on. Your dad was killed by ditchlings. They're the things that have been stealing your chickens. They're monsters that show up when something bad's about to happen, and they're the things that have been stealing your chickens. I ain't heard of a ditchling before, but they won't stop me from trying to find my daddy. He's such a big guy, he goes off the frame of the screen. Have you ever seen anything strange from the past couple days? Not really, no, but I've been awful busy with everything that's been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing, though. I'll just fucking tell you where he is. He died on the northeast edge of town off the Asgina Trail. Thank you, Blood. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make breakfast, meet at the library and figure out a plan. Then it buzzes again. Stella sends back the image of an exhausted alien. Hey again, lol, if you want to come over for breakfast, would not hate it. Then it buzzes again. Somebody was busy this morning. Oh, hey again. If you want to hang out before the library thing, I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Oh, what do we do? Where do we slide our DMs, or do we just wait? But cousin bonding time. Or go to the gas station. Or get breakfast. Or check in on Oscar. Or go to the diner to see Avery. I've done this before. Now wait for Tabitha. It does lead to a pretty good scene that I think I would like to share. Yeah, we'll do that. Cousin bonding time. Your cousin will probably be back any second. It's best just to stay put. You and Miles share an uncomfortable, long moment of silence as Bo continues to shop. You doing okay, buddy? Miles glances up at you, eyes narrowed. Don't talk to me like we know each other. You're just Kanika's weird friend. I don't even remember your name. I'm weird? What the fuck did I do? You're friends with Kanika. None of her friends are normal. Her bestie is that Stella chick. So yeah, you're weird. Alright, buddy. How your dailies going? Miles doesn't dig by your question with an answer. Tabitha burst out of the room, taking the pouch of herbs into her coat. She looks up at you in surprise. Wow, you actually stayed. I expected you to run off the instant I left you alone. And miss out on cousin bonding time? Tabitha sighs. If calling this cousin bonding time is what it takes to get you to stay out of trouble, sure. I've got a couple hours to spare. I'll pick up some sodas and we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. Tabitha leaves the store, motioning for you to follow. Follow. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on the quiet hill just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses here. We rent them out to employees, just more convenient, you know? And here I thought towns died out a century ago. It's just easier this way. Now come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pocket. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Coming in, and don't worry, it's empty. I'm just in my chair. Follow. You follow your cousin into the model home. We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? Kind of feels like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda. Tabitha hands you cream soda before settling in on the couch. Cream soda? That's my favorite. Legitimately, cream soda is my favorite soda. Talk about Tabitha. You want to try some of the tea you picked up? It smells pretty good. Nope, it's sleepy time, Tree. You don't want tea. You don't want to drink it in the middle of the day. Do you ever get to travel? I saw your blowing rock mug. My what? Oh, that must have been one of Janie's. She's always saying I didn't have enough cups. There are 3 cups. That's plenty. Plenty. One for me, one for Prolan, and one for the occasional guest. But Jenny said her husband has a ton of dumb little souvenir mugs from his travels. Not that I asked, she just tells me stuff about her family. Anyway, she said they have mugs to spare, as if I needed her charity. I guess she must have snuck a few in under my nose. I'll have to remember to toss it when I get back. Anyways, to answer your question, no, I don't travel. I have too much to do. Sure, I'd like to see the Outer Banks one day, but I'm the head of a company. It's not like anyone can cover for me. Maybe when I retire, if that ever happens. You live in a massive mansion but only have 3 cups? Why does everyone get hung up on that? It's not like the Scarlets don't own more dishware, but I'm not going to use fine china to drink Pepsi. And we technically have 4 glasses, but one of them is used for the silverware. So there, we have more than 3. Janie does seem like a bit of a busybody. Right? I only hired her clean, but she keeps insisting on talking to me and micromanaging the way I run the household. The number of cups we have is none of her business. And I definitely don't need to know what her family did over the weekend, or what cute thing her kid said, or how much she loves her wet napkin of a husband. You never left Scarlet Hollow? Maybe when this week is over, we can go to the beach together. Yeah, maybe. I think I'd like that. You like living here? Like I said, it's the only thing I know. I'll leave it at that. Do you actually like running the mines? Of course not, but that doesn't really matter. I've had years of perlandruling that into my head. I can't trust anyone else to do my job, and if I don't do it, the entire town falls into ruin. It's my burden to bear. Though I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about running off. Just what if I moved here after everything's said and done? I could help around the mines. I don't think you want to do that. Nobody should want to do that. This task is my burden. I intend to keep it that way. So why do you come here? Tabitha sips her soda, expression suddenly heavy. I guess the estate has a lot of history. This place is new by comparison. Its estate is full of ghosts pressing down on me all the time, pressuring me to do what they want. When I'm here, I can imagine a life where I don't have to think about the 200 years of history resting on my shoulders. I can imagine just living as a bank teller or something, having a simple life. This is actually new dialogue to me as well. She said different stuff when I did this scene the first time. Talk about your family. What was Perlan like? Oh, that's a look. Okay, I guess you should know at least some things about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. She was my mother. She was your mom's twin sister, fraternal. They didn't look alike. Same with their personalities. Night and day, from what I've heard. Perlan was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? Did you two get along? No, that woman was a monster. How'd she die? Sleep apnea. What was your dad like? Don't know. He just up and left one day. Didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. They never got divorced, just separated. He probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork, especially considering he would lose any and all claim to the Scarlet fortune if he got divorced. And he'd have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday. Does no one in this town have two parents? Janie's kid does. For now. Fuck. But this town will take its toll on her eventually. I genuinely wonder if that's part of like some curse that's in this town. What do you think of Silas and the other old-timers? It's complicated. They built the town, they built the mine, they're the whole reason you and I are here today. They weren't angels, I know that, but they're dead, and they've been dead a long time. Talk about your relationship. I can't believe we're actually hanging out. I can. That's why you came all the way to town, isn't it? Still, the two of us are more alike than I thought we'd be. Must be in our blood. What kind of things did Perlan tell you about me and my mom? All sorts of terrible things. She loved to talk about how destitute your mother was after leaving for Azure Hollow. That's what I named where I come from. You're always a poor student and troublemaker, constantly getting taken in by whatever terrible counterculture of the week was hip and trendy in the city. For what it's worth, I don't think any of it was true. Well, except for you being a troublemaker. What do you think of me? You're better than asking me for validation, I'll say that much. Yeah, you're a better person than you let on. I'm not a good person. I said you're a better person. Ask about the people in town. Supposed to have dinner at Reese's place. Do you know him? Reese? Oh yeah, the dude that used to hang out with Kanika and Stella. I kind of remember him. Quiet. Gave off a weird vibe. Stopped coming to school at one point. I guess he got sick or something. I know his mom better than I know him. She's been everybody's doctor for as long as I can remember. She's intimidating. I've always liked her. Guess that's not hereditary, though. Reese always seemed like a bit of a wet blanket to me. You had some pretty harsh things to say about Oscar last night. Do you really believe what you said? I do. Some people shouldn't have kids. Oh, alright. Let's get right to it. I know I've already asked, but that we're hanging out with Stella. Can you tell me... But now that we're hanging out, can you tell me what the deal is between you and Stella? Alright, fine. We were close in high school. Really, really close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights, spend all night watching monster movies and eating chips, and... Anyway, Perlan didn't like her. I'd have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. When we graduated, it's impossible to see her anymore. There are no more excuses to go study, and I was busy learning the ropes at the mine. Perlan made sure my every waking minute was occupied. I didn't have time for friends, but I never needed friends before meeting Stella, so it was easy enough to slip back into that mindset and try to move on. Sounds like a good novel about two very good female friends. I can see your biography now. Tabitha Scarlet and Stella Richmond never found men to marry, so they lived out the rest of their days together as gal pals. Exactly, gal pals, except I would never have a roommate. And that ship has sailed anyway. you want me to try and get you in with Kanika? Please, if she's anything like me, it would only make her hate me even more. I have dignity, Blood. You sure you don't want to talk about Wayne? Yeah, sorry, it's a sore spot for me. Like I said, I don't know who's following you around, but it can't be him. Pearl sent him packing. He's gone. Alright, fine. Thanks. Do you know Sybil well? I'm skipping Avery because I'll just let you know. She doesn't know who Avery is, so I'm just not going to waste... I'm going to save my voice. I don't know anyone knows her that well, Sybil. Why did you hire Janie? Pearl hired Janie. She was my babysitter before she started cleaning the estate. The police are on my ass. I wouldn't worry about them. Our family's in law around these parts, so you should do your best to stay on my good side. Return. You coming ghost hunting with us tonight? Is that actually happening? Stella will be there. Oh, Stella will be there. But so will Kanika. I doubt she'll be thrilled to see me again, but there's no point arguing with you. If you're gonna get up to any paranormal stuff, I'd better be there to save your skin in case it gets hairy. Count me in. Thanks for taking me out here. Your phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. Almost forgot, it's Mayor Jimmy Day. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar. Meet you all in half an hour. Totally blanked on that. I've been having a weird, foggy morning. Wow, that they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think the news has spread? Yeah, we should go see Oscar. See you soon. Somebody's popular. Gotta meet the dog mayor and tell him there's a curse on the town. You're joking, right? At least you know the mayor's a dog. Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking. Everyone knows our family holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his mayor getup. And if Stella's gonna be there, yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. Aw, she's warming up! How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. I'm kind of nervous. Ah, shit, here we go. Hello, Karen. Excuse me, Miss Scarlet. Can I help you? Becca stares at you from a distance. As the furious woman tears into Tabitha, this must be your mother. What the hell do you think you're doing out here grinning like a buffoon after everything that happened last night? A mind collapse almost killed my poor, sweet, innocent child, and you think it's a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? You've gotten used to a new lifestyle. You can't just take that away from us, something that was your fault. I heard that one girl had to have her foot amputated. That could have been my child. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Mom, please, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mommy is advocating for you. Your husband told your daughter it was safe to go in that mine. Of course he was demoted. I'm right here. Even if he did, it wouldn't have mattered if that entrance to the mine was actually secured. They'll be held to pay, Tabitha Scarlet. What legal ground do you think you even have here? There were our signs, the place was boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me. Mom, can we just go, please? And if I were you, I'd listen to your brat. Don't think you've heard from The Last of Us. You'll see. The woman storms off just as quickly as she stormed in, Becca following at a distance. God damn it, she's right. I can't just hang around in town after something like that. It doesn't look right. I should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. If I'm supposed to run the place, I've got to get the head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Tabitha's eyes straightening up. Her scowl returns. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you at the library tonight. Damn you, Karen. Go to the library. You enter the library alone. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd has formed in the main foyer. Yes, you're here. I half expect you to have finally skipped town. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Blue to the mayor for, the entire time I've known him. It'll be worth it, trust us. Alright, shall we? Yep, he's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from the little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. The mayor's little nose starts twitching as you approach. His doggy eyes shine with a curious intensity. What have you got? Something wet and something nutty. No. Gretchen gets them, not you. You keep your peanuts to yourself, your hand instinctively covering them in a defensive posture. You're leaving this town the same way you entered it, with your increasingly pungent companion at your side. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You shake his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. I must apologize for the security detail. He has my best interest at heart, but he can be a little gruff sometimes. Hey, are you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. The mayor scoffs. Off duty. The services you rendered to me are far more important than your police work. You still haven't found Duke's body. What are you doing here? Like I said, I'm off duty. I don't make a habit of discussing official police business with out-of-towners. Especially not with suspicious out-of-towners. Now, let's hear the stranger out. Tourism part of the town's lifeblood, after all. I knew you'd be a dog. What bearing does that have on anything? Yes, didn't you already figure that out? It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow. It's besides the nature. All of my friends and Winnie's Biscuits and, the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. Now, there's something I can help you with. You're not one of the constituents, so I'd like to make sure I spend plenty of time with my voters. Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town. We may need your help. Murmurs stir in the cloud as you relay the danger to the mayor. Of course, the pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. What do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. That's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I can't turn away the lifeblood of the town, not with the mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night, and we don't need any more disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? You care about tourists. You're very well spoken. I can see how you got elected. It's not just fancy words that get you elected, Hubert. It's hard work and dedication, the unspoken charisma that carries a true leader to victory. Scraps and Daisy put up a good fight, but I had something they lacked. Most humans knew it. The dogs knew it. Well, most of the dogs. There's still a few hearts I've never won. His gaze falls briefly on Gretchen, who huffily turns away. I've just heard about enough of you, Jimmy. Look at you, putting on a show in front of your adoring fans, with the dogs of the town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping a human will clean it all up for you. When are you finally going to do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps would never have let those things prowl the woods for so long. And yet you sit back, waiting for humans to notice and letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know I almost lost my life to those things the other night. And my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs. It isn't fair to me to assume they weren't simply sent to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs. Oh, this is great. Stella, your dog is yelling at the mayor. She's got a good point, Mr. Mayor. You're damn right I do. Scraps would have been out in those woods at the first sign of trouble, tearing up the throats of any creature who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet here he is, posing for the little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're going to pull a muscle. Mr. Franklin, I think this is a good time to dispose of the riffraff. Miss Richmond, I'm going to have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. You should have known. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy. Ingrate ne'er-do-well, you dog! Kanika's quick to follow. Goodbye. That was fun. Looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you catch up to your companion, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it your blood everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt. I'm sure she's in a better place now. I doubt Perlan's in a better place. She does sound like she was awful. Well, I'm sure she wasn't all bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. What's with this music? The mayor is a huckster and a fraud. He cares more about tourism than the fate of the town. The pastor goes quiet for a second, his face suddenly white as a sheet as the smile fades from his face. You too? Glance to either side before continuing. I thought I was the only one. Please come visit the church sometime soon. I think I might have a lot to talk about. What? What? Can you talk to animals too? He hurries off, suddenly quiet and serious. What the fuck? Okay. Oh my god. Poor Rosalind, I can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. She seems in high spirits right now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication. I'm not sure how she's going to feel when it wears off. It was the whole foot? Yeah, it's bad. But she's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this, and we'll just have to get through the tough parts first. Oh, pardon me. Tabitha told me what happened this morning, but I didn't realize it was so bad. Yeah, there was nothing left to save, they said. Sorry, I can't think about it right now. Oscar. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I'd better get going. I was only supposed to come back and pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there'd been a big bus accident on the highway. They need a bed, so I have to come pick her up. Even though our old house is haunted, it's the only place she can lie down. Until then... Oh, even though our house is still haunted and the only place she can lie down until then is the dirty back room that drove her away in the first place. And Mayor Jimmy Day is happening, so... Sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. We'd always go ahead and do a ghost bus, whatever you're calling it when you're out, and she'd be able to go right back into her old room as soon as she got back. That's probably a good idea, right? If only, but it doesn't come out during the day. So any busting attempt is gonna have to wait until night. I'm not even sure we can get rid of it at all. I think I'd have to see it for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple times, but I can't handle any more surprises right now. I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. We have the power of friendship on our side. Heck yeah, we do. If anime has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable. That's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosaline will be at least glad to know you did your best to help her. I'm heading out. It should be dark by the time we get back, so I suppose I'll see you then. Oscar hurries off, cars jingling as he jogs out the door. Let's head up to Reese's. Maybe we can get him to come ghost hunting with us. Oh no, you're not going to try to get Dr. Kelly to get him to leave the house, are you? She's going to kick us out for even asking. I wonder if he even knows what happened last night. I don't know how disconnected he is from the news around here. Geez, should we even tell him? Gosh, I don't know. Okay, maybe we'll just play it by ear. Anyway, shall we? Time to go. So about the mayor. You should vote for Scraps next election. That's who Gretchen supports. Wait, how do you know about Scraps? Can you actually talk to animals? I've always liked Scraps. Gretchen's got good taste. Yes, I can talk to animals. I've been telling you the truth the whole time. So I got to meet Pastor Daniel. It was only for a matter of time before he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, we had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know how he finds so many. I think it comes off a little weird because he shares my gift. Wait, you don't mean... Yeah, he corroborated some of the things the mayor told me. Okay, assuming for a minute that you and Pastor John have the magical power of speaking to animals, I don't think that's enough to explain how weird the guy is. For instance, you don't make my skin crawl. He does. Wonder how many people share your grift. There's so many implications. I'm going to continue to pretend that Blue is just really good at reading animal body language. I don't think I can handle any more world-shattering revelations this week. Oh, before I forget, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting. You invited her, even after last night? I mean, if anything, she was actually pretty helpful. Good call, Blued. Can't wait to hang out with her more. Alright, it happened. Let's not get into it. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines even to show. No, don't say that, Neek. If we're lucky, she will show, and the two of you will finally get along. What about inviting Avery? Oh yeah, totally. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I'm sure he'd get a hoot out of it. Yeah, I can't say I mind having a calming presence with us tonight. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadow. Cool, I'll text them. Oh, he's them. Okay. I'll text them on the way over to Reese's. Alright, shall we head out? I did not know Avery was they them. I have been corrected. A refurbished Civil War hospital and tuberculosis clinic would be a strange and difficult place to live during the best of times. You can only imagine the challenges of living there with a severe chronic illness. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later. The sun's already sinking behind the tall mountain that surrounds Scarlet Hollow. Oh yeah, if you're surrounded by a mountain, your days probably go by a little faster, considering. Not like in reality, but just with the light. A little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. What if he yells at us? Too late, the door swings open. You were supposed to leave Gretchen at home. We ignore that rule. Hey. Hey, Reese. Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Blued, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Blued updates. My goodness gracious, there's something smells terribly off of that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd shut up early, Stella, and you brought the dog. Great. I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy-chew dog jerkies stashed away. The gall, the gumption, this is a violation of my rights. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. Keep her safe from that monster, Blued, you hear? If you don't let a feather of harm fall upon my darling Stella. What about you, Blued? You coming in? Yeah, sure. Follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy, to the point of we are nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you wandered into a real estate showing. So how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around my kitchen. I've made sure everything is done well in advance. The only thing left are the dinner rolls, which they shouldn't take long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go about your business. Pardon me? But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of the room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raised a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll be just downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. This basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from underneath their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourself comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately and haven't been cleaning much. Has Stella told you everything that's happened in the last couple days? Oh, she told me all about what you guys have found it there. I wish I could see it for myself, but, you know. He gestures futilely at the walls of the basement. You sure we can't just sneak you out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. Sorry, man, I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. The die's already been cast. But we're talking about the past couple days, aren't we? Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings you've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me what they look like? Is that why you texted me that they look like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I didn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in the room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean? They've been lurking around here? I don't know, but I like the company. They're beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think's going on with Wayne? Who? You know the guy that's been following Blood around and being all ominous? Oh yeah, the slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he's got going on. Here's hoping it doesn't live up to the look for all our sakes. Do you think the town's doomed? I think everyone's probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not. But it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what's out there. There could be a riot on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc doesn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me, personally, if she wasn't like that toward everyone. Or if I even thought she knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. Kanika's right, your mom is scary. I feel like she used to be less scary, or I was just oblivious as a teen. Speak for yourself. It's possible she's gotten a bit on edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I guess she's kind of accepted that, which is just something we have to manage. But even if she's a little harsh, she means well. She's just looking out for me. Let's see. She's kind of hot. Oh, we gotta do that, right? I have to. I'm gonna save real quick. She's kind of hot. Oh my god. I can see that. Stella, no. Stella, no. Bad Stella. What? Bluto's the one that has the hot priest's mom. I'm just being supportive. It's a healthy range of interest. Okay, let's just move on and pretend neither of you said anything. Oh, that's perfect. That was good. Whew. Alright, your art. Real Goya Black for your period vibes with a healthy dose of Bilskinsky. Yeah, I don't know what any of the fuck that means. Thank you, I think. Yes, it's a good thing. Thank you, I really appreciate it, but to be honest, I don't know much about art history. It's not exactly a popular subject in K-12 rural schools, so my art education was lacking. I'm working in the dark so far as influence. You're doing a great job, man. You know you could get a real following if you ever posted these online, just saying. Nah, I think I'm okay to sticking with partially populated late-night live streams. I think I'm okay sticking to sparsely populated late-night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella, having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads, knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is a live stream during ghoul hours, what am I going to be able to see what you've been working on? Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings, and then you can see them all. And maybe they'll be worth millions since I'm dead. I'll be able to rest easily knowing that I've retroactively given my life value. Okay! Your situation's gotta be rough, sorry. Thanks, but I've been dealing with it for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way my life is going to be. You're so macabre, Reese. You sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling beneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time. No one knows for sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time left I have is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future's unknowable. Pardon me. One day I'll end up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese, I may be a god, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art, and I'm doing fine, really. True. We'll all join the worms one day. We've got to make the best of what we got. Blue guess me. This is a cat I can jive with. Stella, maybe it was a mistake to get these two together. What a movie collection you got. Got any Rex? Let me think. Have you heard of Shi no Chi Death Blood? I saw that for the first time recently and they blew me away. Excellent example of Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Dang, I'd usually be down with that. We gotta head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghost bust his place. He's apparently dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should be there for him tonight, considering with everything that's happened. He and Rosalina need our support right now. I'll take a rain check on the movie, though. Yeah, we'll definitely come by for movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night. Same goes for Blue. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. So you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is tiny K-12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along so much. Some kids weren't able to make any friends of their own age. They just happened to be born around the same times as some real jerks, and we're stuck with them as for their whole school career. Yeah, this town's full of. That's the thing. In earlier things, Twisty, they say death has touched the people of this town. I feel like this town is cursed in some way. Now that we're free from dealing with jerks like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you. That's the way she looked at me. You'd think I'd rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here, but to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. You're not gonna... Dinner's ready, yeah? Almost on cue, Reese's mouth shuts up from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you always wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. I'm allergic to soap and can't wash my hands. Yes, ma'am. You make your way to the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you accidentally wandered into a hospital waiting room. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind. Something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped from last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Open the door. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hands. Your heart full of both deep dread and compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well? Something compelling about this door. No, there isn't. Now wash your hands. Return to the door. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind that door. Oh, no, you don't. Come wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by your shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eye and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table away from the door. Dinner is already laid out. dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika actually picks out her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense. His shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a fierce, sharp gaze. She sits opposite of you at the far table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Booksmart, she's the town doctor. This dinner might be a good time to question her about recent events. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. I'm just noticing something. He can barely keep food down. But he also takes those pills before everything. No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. We have excellent taste in brands. And if you ever want a tip on easy home cooked pasta sauces, No thanks, still have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. Really appreciate it. Have you ever heard of factitious disorder? Of course, I went to medical school. What's factitious disorder? Silence falls over the dinner table. It's when someone pretends to be sick or makes himself sick on purpose, or does it to someone else. Oh. Great dinner rolls, Kelly. I didn't make them, I just put them in the oven. Silence returns. Seconds feel like drawn-out minutes. Aside from Reese's mom staring at the table, no one makes eye contact with anyone else. So I'm just going to look at my options here. I have! My cousin says she admires you. Really, I didn't think Tabitha could look up to anyone who isn't a Scarlet. You just didn't get to know her. She has tons of inspirations. Rockefeller, Canterbury, Ford. Ugh, that's even worse. If she admires me so much, she shouldn't be afraid to come in for her yearly physical, especially since her aunt and now her mother passed away at such a relatively young ages. I think the women of the previous generations fared even worse than that. I can't remember the last time I saw her in my office. She should get her priorities straight. You can tell her I said that. Maybe she'll listen. Thank you for putting this together. I know you have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. It reminded me what it used to be like when these two would come over, hungry teenagers eating me out of house and home. I should have charged your parents all the food you kids went through. Honestly, it was like I was running a restaurant at a doctor's office. What were these two like as kids? Noisy and messy like all kids. They always had those little projects, videos or craft of animal rescues, whatever it was that captured their imaginations that week. So like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel to your house once? Oh god, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Did you think the dog could Frankenstein it back to life or something? I was like 12 and very susceptible to what I saw in media. I was very sad about that. It's one of those things that keeps me up at night, and I feel guilty about bringing it to your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. I don't want to piss off this lady. Hey, Dylan. Where is the lamb sauce? Do you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne? Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? Someone's been following him around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have even caught some weird illness at the mines. He definitely looks like he could use some medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. Have there been any strange illnesses spreading through town? What? No. Sure you haven't met any of the miners that have unusual symptoms? Anyone some sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. If you're so concerned about the mind, why don't you just have Blue-Ass Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. I'm gonna see what else we got. Reese is a talented artist. He must feel very proud. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. What exactly does he have? I'm not poisoning my son. You can stop with the thinly veiled accusations. He has a combination of genetic diseases that give him a fragile immune system, among other things. It's too much to get into, and a lot of technical terms I'd have to explain. It's not dinner talk, and it can't be pleasant for him to have to hear it, so let's drop it. I'm fine talking about it. I'd rather we talk about something else. Nobody's making eye contact with anyone else. Okay. Do you think Reese might feel better if we got to see people more often? No. I'm his doctor and his mother. You are someone who met him for the first time less than half an hour ago. One of us is a little more qualified to make decisions about his life. You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I mean, okay as I usually do, still kind of shitty. But I don't think having people over is as rough on my health as you thought it might be. It's really nice. Hear that? Reese can hang out with his friends again. If you're feeling okay after dinner, maybe you can come ghost hunting with... Jeez, Kanika, what was that for? Don't push it, Stella. Just say that next time instead of kicking me. Your boots are heavy. Sorry, Kelly. We're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. They are not arbitrary. Their rules are in place for a good reason. Tell me how great you feel in an hour when the exhaustion catches up to you, Reese. You'll be knocked out all evening, regretting every minute of this, let me assure you. As if I would regret seeing people for the first time in months. I don't care what happens. It was worth it. The more you talk, the less you feel like you're having a conversation, like you're treading on eggshells. Back to the small talk. The danger. Does anyone come into suffering from hallucinations? I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information. Are you sure? Not even a little bit? It would help our investigation. It's not like you have to name any names. Investigation into what? The mind collapse? I think this is best left to professionals. Stella, not someone who runs around the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police response so far, Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down by the mines that I struggle to explain. Maybe if we knew if there were miners suffering from hallucination, we could rule out a gas leak, but you were in an abandoned mine. Chances are you were huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. Leave it at that and treat it like a tragic accident, not like some kind of mystery to unravel. Dylan, you are correct. I feel like what's going on here will be explored. Spoiler, it doesn't get explored this episode any more than this dinner scene. Turn. I think we'll be quiet. We'll see what Sans gets. So we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Blue is still in town. I'll have to see how well you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, I'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure I'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like it's ever gonna change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better, and I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in a basement alone because seeing my friends is deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake, and I can't believe I have to ask permission from my mom to have my friends over. Reese stops mid-center, wincing in pain, wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and relieves. Damn it, I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house. Please just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. We can't just leave him like this. Now's the time when he needs his friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. We'll get out of your way. Good. But I'll be back. I will see later. I will know later. We'll be back, Reese. Hope you feel better soon. I will unearth thy secrets. You cannot contain me. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of locks signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Do you really think Reese's mom is poisoning him? If she is, I swear to God. She wouldn't. That's just so horrible. Who would do something like that to their own kid, and for so long? No. There's no way. Y'all are barking up the wrong tree. I don't think she's poisoning him. Gretchen senses something off about him, and animals have good senses, especially when I can talk to them and actually know what the fuck they're on about. And his art, oh, I'm wondering, because, sorry to interrupt, but the protagonist is sensing like something similar to the carving that they saw in the mine. I'm still wondering if it has like, I don't have a better word for it, but like eldritch radiation that he just like, that Reese might have grew up near and that's somehow affecting him. It's just a theory right now. Something weird happened when I went to wash my hands in the clinic. That guy was forced to try and break into the clinic. Forced how? It was like something was making me go there. I wonder, was it like the carving in the pit last night? Before you had a seizure, it was kind of like you were hypnotized. I wasn't there, but I guess I'll take your word on it. Hypnotism seems like a step up from what we were dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot happened last night, but the whole thing was very trance-like. It was pretty similar. What if there's another carving in there? That'd be so weird. And if there is, what if it gives you another vision? Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based off of a bad vibe that Blued got. She's hiding something. But is that a red herring? I genuinely wonder if her behavior is a red herring. Like, when she was... The moment Reese got ill, she was, like, talking to him, and then she... There was a moment, like, the silence as her eyes shot open. There was a moment where that seemed like actual concern. We'll just have to see. Probably in October when the next episode comes out. Anyway. There is something wrong with that dynamic. That's probably an understatement of the week. This whole thing is fishy. I'm starting to feel my fear that Dr. Kelly is... my fear of Dr. Kelly is more justified than I thought. She's just overprotective, and I'm sure that's all that's going on. And she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what it's like for both of them to go through that. Okay, I'm just saying there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But there's not much more we can do right now. We should probably just go back and forth for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. Oh, we could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's just grab Gretchen and go. The sun's setting, we wouldn't want to miss any second of ghost action. I'm gonna mute real quick and eat a fortune cookie. Had Chinese food earlier. Alright, cookie consumed. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down, slowly darkening the street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What once was a quaint building in the small town now stands an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Oh, there's a few of you fuckers. There's 2 there. 1 there. 1 there. We about to get into some shit. You can hear the whispers. Oh, Wayne! You fucker! I didn't see Wayne at first, but he's there too. Okay, shit's about to go down. Alright, get ready. Shit's about to hit the fan. Maybe Stella is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the evening of the past... pleasant events. Break from the last events of the past few days. It won't, though. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Booksmart. Your thoughts jump to the ghost book you've read over the years. So often, ghost stories are metaphors for something else. Are real ghosts metaphors, too? Enter the library. Pixel! Oh, that's Charles Shaw being run out on a rail. Alright, keep your eyes peeled, chat. Just as the exterior was intimidating the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar, you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in a library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm burping. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're just in time. Everything's going to situate in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get all this sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. How's she doing? She's not quite as chipper when she was on the stronger meds, but she's doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side nonstop. She's been a really good friend to her. Rosalie and I are both lucky to have her right now. I'm glad she's back home at least. At least we'll be able to get her back to her real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. I've got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody just in case the ghost messes with electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies, paper for automatic writing, matches, and candles for rituals. She played Phasmophobia. And you've got your spectre-sniffing compatriot at your side, too. This nose can sniff out any ne'er-do-well. We might find whatever we might find, spirit or scoundrel. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, that's a lot of ghost hunting equipment for something that was so last minute. Do you have all this stuff ready in a big bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple bags here overnight when I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go go in light and pop out and grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence for ghosts, but it's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Hey, hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Avery, glad you could make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Sure, I'm always happy to offer a hand or two. Glad there'll be someone else with a level head here tonight. Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. Y'all really covered all your bases. Maybe I spoke too soon. You know me, Kanika. I'm level-headed as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out any weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw some unexplained stuff on Monday. And that mine only collapsing again after 100 years while y'all were in there? I'm just saying, anything seems possible right now. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't think so, buddy. Those mines were chock full of ghosts last night. After all my fruitless ghost hunts, I'd basically convinced myself ghosts weren't real. But last night we saw some really convincing evidence. Especially those figures you mentioned. Though I'm still 50-50 on whether they were cryptids or ghosts. Hopefully whatever happens tonight will clear that up. I can't wait to wander through Oscar's house for a few uneventful hours before getting Rosalina tucked into bed. I could use a nice quiet night after everything we went through. Yeah, the ditchlings don't think so. That'd be too bad. I was kind of hoping to see a ghost. Maybe it'll be a happy medium between no ghost and deadly spirit of vengeance. A Casper situation would be nice. I envy your pessimism here, but I suppose it won't be long until we get to the bottom of this. Don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way was I gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you could make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. This guy's good. My oh my, there's a lot of humans in here for one little ghost hunt. I do hope this means dear Stella will be safe this evening. Whatever foul creature lurk in the shadows will choose to prey on someone else. I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and... That's everyone. Wait, what about Tabby? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. Guess you can catch up when she gets here. Well, if y'all are itching to get started, it's through the back. Follow me. Hey, human. Kick ghost ass, okay? I missed my special tree. You got it, Pixel. You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading down the junction and connecting Oscar's home to the library. Looks like the sun's almost set. This is when it usually starts. Usually when stuff starts to kick off. I got there. I haven't been back in the house for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey. You want Kanika's shirt? You're not doing this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see it with my own 2 eyes. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up? Yo. Rosalina? Ah, you got this, buddy. I've done enough resting, and it's not like I'm hobbling around the library is any different than hobbling around our house. I miss being in there. I missed feeling home. Let the pup come. It's the best chance to face our obstacles head on. Take it from an old soul like me. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. I want to learn to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm on the pain meds, and our house is 1 story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar sighs. The doctors did say I should encourage you to practice walking. Okay, you can come along, but if you get tired or if it starts to hurt, you let me know right away. Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and books sit comfortably in wooden furniture. Pardon me. You can imagine long winter nights reading by the fireplace without a care in the world. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't suppose that picture being on the floor... I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up the camera in case it falls again. Could be an important device. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's when I've seen the ghost manifest. Oh, there's a ditchling at the window! There he is peeking in, the buck. Look around. Look around. I like this cat thing. Eight-ish. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Seems I made it just in time. Let's get this show on the road. I don't have all night. Debbie! Great, she's here. Wow, Blue, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know. Yeah, we know. We all know. Blue, what makes you think inviting her was a good idea? She's my cousin. What? I like her. We're friends. Really? Yeah. So what? Like, is it weird to be friends with your cousin? Wow, Blue, do you have any heart of this to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah, amazing. That's a word for it. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't stay in the same town with the people I went to high school with. No wonder small towns have so much drama. I wonder if ghosts will even show with this many people around. Oh dear, could something please warm the air back up? My joints are creaking this dreadful chill. Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? I do definitely... It sure does, I definitely feel that. Same, I've got chills. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Yeah, you can't see the ditchling anymore. If you didn't see it before, Tabby's in the way. Wow, a genuine cold spot. Got to snap a pic for posterity. Is that it? That isn't very scary. Let's not do that. If it's the ghost manifest in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him before we moved out. I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I've spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. Even if there's something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. We're wasting our time here. Oscar said the ghost's in Rosalina's room. Yeah, but we don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here. Right? What, are you actually scared or something? You're an adult with a child. Grow up. Shut it, Tabitha. No one wants your opinion. So I've been meaning to ask, do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How are we going to get rid of it if we find one? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, and a bunch of salt, and some jars for ectoplasm. If worst comes to worst, we can use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. Sounds like fun to me. We might as well try it, right? What's the worst that could happen? We make a ghost mad and it gives us more evidence? Sounds like a win-win. I'd rather not take a chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Avery has the right look. They look like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? That feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. There's something in this house. Though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. On top of the stain. There's a good look at the stain. I wonder if there'd be a ditchling at the window if I couldn't see, if Tabitha wasn't in the way. I'm gonna save. We save. Good save. There's where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Do you mean this massive blood stain? Oh, it's blood. It stinks to high heaven. He says it's gotta be tough to scrub out. Does the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times. It just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we cover it up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Oh, good idea. Never heard of bleach-activated ghosts before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever, how was I supposed to know that? Not everyone gets to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering a free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Gretchen says it's a bloodstain. Ghost blood. Or it's a really lusty pipe leaking all over the floor. I like that all this just took that in stride. I think that'd be a bigger problem than what Blood and Stella are suggesting. I don't know, ghost blood... Oh, I thought it was Zane talking. I don't know, ghost blood sounds pretty intense. Have you all tried ripping the carpet up to see what's causing the stain? The government owns this house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain on their carpet. I've made sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I've also kind of assumed it was ghost blood. Which it is. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll take you to court for neglect instead. Did not occur to you that there might be a leaky pipe under the floor? What if there's something written under there? There's only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Are we digging? Let me help. This is my area of expertise, after all. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. Yeah, we'll cover you. You don't have to sweat it. Oh shit. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, and the floors around it stained reddish-brown. Well, what if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. A hatch! Gretchen did not care much for that. One moment. I need to plug in my phone before it fucking dies. I like these two options. We're going down there, right? We're not going down there, right? Nope. A hatch. A hidden hatch. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. Well, pardon me. Look at all the red stuff coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted. It's super haunted, alright. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can feel it. Still no readings, though. None of the equipment has made a sound. Of course not. You all know last month was super rainy, right? It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever it is under the hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area underneath the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through into the carpet. It's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's simple as that. It's not mud. It's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. They both said that. And both glared at each other. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room. I need to know what's down there. Have you considered that someone tried sealing it up because it was unsafe? Uh-oh, do you think the flooding could make the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. Is that a pet rock or a dead mouse? The painting is gone. Get ready for some shit. You come into Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder. There's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale with an undercurrent of mold and earth. You feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in that basement or something? Is the fainting some sort of weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement. Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Okay, why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must be misremembering things. Let's go. No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. Clearly, whatever's in that basement is messing with our heads. We just left Oscar's house. The library has to be on the other side of that door. Two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet. The scent of the flowers drift in the breeze. Ditchling. This... Do you see that creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Ew. This is so cool. Speak for yourself. Is this what it feels like to be high? Did we get drugged? Wouldn't know. I've never been high. Yeah, me neither. I never even touched a marijuana cigarette. I can't believe people do this for fun. It's gotta be next summer. We just have to look... Wait, do you hear music? Oh! Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadow rises to attention. Stella? Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Bark, bark, woof, bark. Oh, Gretchen, no. Huh? Huh? You echo Tabitha's sentiment. Stella, it's us. Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine? You've got to... Edwardine? Eddie? You've got to be kidding me. I'm just going to be quiet for a moment. Quit trying to scare us. This ghost hunting thing is over. I'm taking my cousin home now. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone. You absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Listen. It's like she's got some kind of script. Maybe once said and done, she'll go back to normal. Arf, arf. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to the Western Front, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up. Shut up. Edwardine Scarlet. You know that name? Tabitha tenses. Of course I do. She's our great-grandmother, and Stella knows that. But if this is some kind of possession, there's no way it's her ghost. Edwardine died in the estate. There's no reason she would be haunting in the annex. You should just get out of town until you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. Let her go, spirit! You saw that thing back there, yeah? She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. Do you need to hold my hand? Are you scared? Hold my hand, Tabby. I'm scared. We should hold hands for safety. Not because either of us is scared. Should we hold hands? We should hold hands. Actually, that might be a good idea, but only because I don't want us getting separated. She takes your hand, it trembles slightly in yours. Let's go back, alright? Two of you turn back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Let's try the door. But there can't be anything behind it. It's just standing there. You ignore her, walking forward, reaching for the doorknob. What was that? Hey, Baron! Hold hands and get banned. Oh, no, you're right. Shit. Hand holding? We're cousins. We can't do that. Oh, so this doesn't look good. Ditchling, ditchling. Angry people ghost. Just gonna move away the text block a moment so we can get a good view. Well, there's another ditchling. Wonderful. Alright, here we go. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. Please let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot while she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. I can't hear what I'm... Your customer's cut off by the dial tone of a disconnect call. Great, you couldn't hear a word I said. Seems like we're on our own. Junior, pack your things. Quickly, hurry. Jesus, Rosalind, you scared the shit out of me. Maybe we should run him out on a rail, too. Make an example of the whole family. Oh, I know what's going on. Charlie, and now Junior. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe they're the same person. Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children, too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior all the time though to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. This ghost is showing us its memories. It's trying to communicate with us. If she weren't possessed, Stella would love this so much. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls there might get burned up. As for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in the fine suitcase of yours? I wonder if you should be paying attention to the symbolism in these rooms. Oh! Behind Alexis. Behind Alexis was a lamb being stabbed with many spears. A sacrificial lamb. I wonder if we should paint. Yeah. Might be a good place to start. The pickaxe is probably emphasizing the connection of this place to the mine. You can have fun doing that yourself. Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. What makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should be out working for you. Maybe they should have had you out working the mines too, instead of lazing around this big house. Maybe you should have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. I think there's more to this ghost than just the mind because we're still missing out on a lot of the story here. What more could there possibly be? We get it, Ghost. You have trauma. I've got some news for you. We all have trauma, and most of us don't use it as an excuse to trap people in some sort of psychedelic funhouse. I don't think the ghost like that. It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for them. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep, just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Sacrificial lamb right there. broken cherub. Marionette on a string, or miner on a string. Fourth dishing on the window on the far left. Oh yeah, you're right. Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens to a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died, and we're in hell. Are we supposed to be Charlie? Is Charlie the ghost? Your guess is as good as mine. Who'd you call on the phone earlier? Friend of the family. Not that it matters. The call didn't go through, so we're on our own. Alright, let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know we can't leave, and we know we are not possessed, at least as far as we can tell. Whatever we saw in the room at least happened after the Shaw mine collapse in 1918. I think the only option for us right now is to keep doing whatever it wants us to do. Maybe at some point it'll stop, or we'll figure out a way to escape. There are so many ditchlings in here. Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. No wonder you were such a mess when you came back on Monday. Alright, there's only one way to get to the end of this. Shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. There's another one. Right in the open, like a fucking cat. Oh, hey, buddy. Alright, let's take a quick look about the surroundings, eh? Flies. I don't know flowers. Full moon. Bunch of flies. Alright. That fucking goat. Yeah, 2 minimum. Yeah, as ditchlings go, yeah. You're outside and it's night. A false moon looms in the painted sky. The night feels thicker and warm, insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. Ugh, what magic words do we have to say to get you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did to piss you off so much, we're sorry. Hi. You poor dear. You've been keeping track. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Okay, the scenes are out of order. This one must be after the garden. Must be after the garden and after the collapse. That's exactly what I was thinking. This has to be after he met back up with Edwardine. Wait, what am I doing? I refuse to get invested in figuring out this weird little puzzle. No, you'd better. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family. And what it did to the two of you youngins. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be for you to be happily together. That's what you want, isn't it? So Edwardine and Charlie. Let me just spoil it for you to say it doesn't work out. Our great-grandfather's name was not Charles. I'm sure by now you realize the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. But it's not for a lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over to the town to miss his hold over her would make sure neither of you were happy ever again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? What do you know of Enoch, Tabitha? Our great-grandfather? He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. Besides that, I don't actually know much about the man. Yeah. At the end of the scene, I want to say something, because my previous playthrough has given me some special knowledge about this sequence in specific. Mystic, if you take the Mystic trait, you break a little bit of the fourth wall. Their names change. Like, it says Kanika is speaking when she's being puppeted. But if you have the Mystic trait, their names change. And she's actually called the Witch. And I have an idea that I'll get to after when this is on. What happened to our parents? We talked about this. Assuming the ghost isn't Charlie, its parents were driven after the straw mine collapse. Were you not paying attention? Oh, I was. The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here, then you can both go free. No more misfortune, not for you, nor for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. Kanika mimes to you, holding something, but her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. I can identify some of the plants in this room. Fucking sweet, tell me. There's Jimson weed, monk's hook, and what's either Queen's Anne's lace or poison hemlock. Some pretty toxic stuff. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's heavily associated with witches. Could explain the moon as well. Okay, so if there's evil plants, how helpful? The mean could mean anything, it just means it's nighttime. I don't think so. I think this person was deceiving them. That's where you'll find them. You need her there. Then read what I've written down. And be careful. Good luck to both of you. I hope you'll get your happiness. Alright. So, it was mentioned here that there was stuff associated with witches. If you have the Mystic trait when you do this scene, Kanika's name changes to the Witch. And you can watch the VOD. Go back and see this. When Kanika pops up, two things. Her posture is exactly like Sybil's posture. When Sybil is on screen, she holds her hands the exact same way. And another possible link to that is that Sybil is actually her mother. So it's possible that there's some sort of recognition there, so that Kanika plays Sybil because of the familial relation. So I think there's more to Sybil than what is going on. And that's obvious. She knows Wayne. She knows herbs as well. So all these like flowers here. So I think there's something going on with Sybil too. I don't trust her. Anyway, she's gone. Tabitha sighs. Okay, let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die, whichever. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh with a tinge of saccharine and stomach turning decay. Ugh. Hi, Wayne. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. Doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? Hey, Wayne, you want to figure this out with us? Don't talk to it! Let Blood speak. I'm no enemy. Don't listen to it either. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Blood. Why can't you do as I ask and stay out of trouble? But that girl won't let you, will she? Stella, is that her name? Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out alive. Stella bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Stella. Did you kill Sam Wayne? No, I don't think you did kill Sam Wayne. I think Pearl Ann might have. But if we get people to trust us and show them kindness, they will open up in time. You okay? That couldn't have been easy for you to see. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can we just leave and pretend we didn't see anything, please? For now. Oh, get out of the way, goat! Ditchling. Possibly smaller ditchling. Hello, ghost. Ditchling. I don't think we have to wonder about this imagery. Upset parental figure. Ditchling. Oh, the rail. He was run out on the rail. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hello, Zane! I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, say it now. Ditchling. Ditchling. That is disturbing. As Zane steps away, the room itself pulls itself to you. You find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies at the center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. I let my troubles drive your mama away. And I'm sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. Bottles and rails. There's liquor everywhere. After the collapse, Senior was run out of town on the rail, hence all the rails. The goat portrait back there is what the wounded lamb from the room with Rosalina grew up to be. Same as the goat head in the garden, as in Charles Jr. Charlie. Yeah, that seems to sum it up. Jeez, I feel kind of bad for the guy. Ugh, that's exactly what he wants us to feel, isn't it? Oscar looks so small and pathetic in that bed. Damn it, Junior, how many times do I have to tell you I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake, Enoch, went behind my back. Oh, that's bullshit. Something on your mind? It was Charles Shaw's fault, that's just a fact. You know what they say about history? It's written by victors. And Charles Sr. was clearly not a victor. As if the Scarlets were any kind of victors themselves. They were victors enough. The collapse hurt their reputation too, you know. It took years for the mind to recover. You're right, I've been using that as an excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. He's possessed, Devious. By this guy, I think. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you pass on this name with pride. That's my only request, Charlie. Go back there, tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you have to do, but please. I know I've been the best father, but I'm no murderer. I think towards that, see if we can get close to that already. I don't know. I guess it's possible. It doesn't look like it panned out. Damn it, boy. I may not have till the morning. Promise me you'll go back and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what for. I stand in silence. I'm not you, spirit. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost is so full of it. Your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. And we do. Hello, ghost. Is this new? Is this new to me? Have I done this scene? I don't think I have. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you. Where is Abe? Oh, he's right there. Climbing up the trellis again. How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man, but yeah, I didn't get the scene before. But you've gotten sloppy. You should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. Okay, who's this?
You keep asking me things like that like I know better than any of you. We've both been seeing the same rooms. Leave it at that. You don't know. No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Another victim of the Scarlet lies, like you. Like you, Charles Shaw. The castle, the goat knight, the unicorn. The unicorn... The castle, the goat knight, the unicorn, or the estate. Charles Jr. and Edward Dean, I'm guessing. That's definitely not her behind those bars. Definitely not. A mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now it runs in hers. What? Yes, it seems like your little tryst bore fruit. And oh, how will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out? What? Tabitha's eyes go wide. But if this is the estate, there are rooms with... Is there rooms with bars on the window? Shh, let it talk. I think this might be important. You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. The world around you twists, and you and Tabitha find yourself pulled into the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. Let's just put the... Wayne is over there. I can't see him, but I know it. This is definitely supposed to be the estate, but I can't tell how much of it is metaphor and how much of it's real. Stop talking, we might miss something. That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape, even with your help. I merely wanted to offer you a warning. Leave town now. Better be quiet. You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die, but if I were you, I'd use my healthy legs to run as far as Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? You've been talking to the witch then. How very interesting. Oh! Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Stella? How does it know that? How does it know that? Oh, fuck. This is too much. I just want to go home. Do you feel sick? I feel sick. Edward Dean, at least the ghost memory of Edward Dean, said don't listen to it. She called Sam Wayne also an it. Okay. The plot's thickening. I think we are related to her. Fuck. I want to ask both these questions. Fuck it. I'll time control. Don't think I won't. Alright. Tell me about this room. What was the deal with that room? You heard what it said. It's some kind of prison. Why are you asking me like I know? Let's just keep going. Alright. Are you related to Charlie? No, and I know that for a fact. Even if we can trust what we've seen here, I'm sure Grandma Eddie just miscarried or something, right? Come on. The quicker we get through this, the quicker we get out of this ghost place, hopefully. Do you know that for a fact? Or that's just what you've been told. You and your cousin find yourself crouched under a large table. Stella stares at you through... Stop, let the dog go, baby lamb. So this is very early. Hello, Ditchling. You and your cousin find yourself crouched under a large table. Stella stares at you through indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet. Echoes from the ends of the table. Ugh, I don't know. But this feels so much worse than the last room. Yap, yap, yap. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. Neither of them ever left the shadow of their parents, did they? I guess not. I don't think Charlie or Eddie really got what they wanted out of life. Doesn't justify what the ghost is doing, though. I'll try to keep it away from my brother so they don't smash it, though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. I don't want to comment that. A traveling show, and you'd want me there too? Oh, we could go to towns along the beach. I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. People keeps talking about the Outer Banks. Again with the beach. The beaches are nice, I get it. If I ever get a vacation, that's where I'd go. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. There, all done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you and Tabitha can get in another word. A single spotlight remains, illuminating the trapdoor at the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. I'll save again. Little save, clicky. You feel drawn to it. We're the final performers, aren't we? We must be. Which one of us is going to open the door? Why are you asking that? You scared? Of course I'm scared. Okay, I'll do it. You carefully step towards the trapdoor. The creaks open all on its own. Oh god, this is much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved in from behind, tumbling down the hatch. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Eddie? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Your cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. How do you know we're not related to Charlie? Easily. Edwardine had more than one child. Our grandmother, Mary Bell, was the eldest. Shit, okay, maybe I don't know. Shit, okay, maybe I don't have a neatly constructed logical argument for why he can't be our great-grandfather, but someone would have told me. Would they? Would they have told you? I don't think so. Ugh, why aren't these broken memories time-stamped? What now? Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? I'm sorry you died. Don't answer it. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die. Please, I have been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years, to pay for the years that were taken from me. What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No! No, it's absolutely not fair. You gotta be kidding. Neither of us had to do anything with what happened to you. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit! Booksmart, you are on trial here, aren't you? Advocate for yourself. I'm gonna save power of time control. Maybe. No, I don't need to save him that close. Advocate for yourself. If you're putting us on trial, you need to give us a chance to present our case. Yeah, we have rights, you know. I take it you have a plan then? No. Your plan is met with silence. But silence isn't judgment. Keep talking. For all your focus on the collapse and your death, have you forgotten about Eddie's pregnancy? We're not just Scarlets, we might be Shaws. That's right, our grandmother was Edwardine's eldest child. She could have been your child. More silence. Keep going. Yes, yes, they were. Do you want revenge or do you want justice? We can't help actually right the wrongs of your past. We can help actually right the wrongs of your past, but only if you let us go. The French tension bubbles up in the air. You're almost out of this. Alright, what's the next one? You were told to leave, repeatedly. You knew the risks and chose to stay. You don't need anything from us to move on. Whether you realize it or not, nobody's keeping you here but you. We can't give you closure. The memories you showed us were rife with overblown metaphor and exaggeration. How can you possibly... No, he can just do it anyway. I think the first one, or this one. That is absolutely a yes. They were passed on to him. I'm gonna try this. You don't need anything from us to move on here. Whether you realize it or not, nobody's keeping you here but you. We can't give you closure. The jury box is pulled away as you and Tabitha are brought face to face with the spirit. It's time for your closing argument. After all these years, someone has finally heard you. We're going to find out the truth of what happened to you and Eddie and your child, Charlie. You can finally rest because your burdens are now ours. Silence. Oh, the haunting is stopping. I didn't get this last time.
And then... And then everything fades to black. I just got the achievement, The Haunted Turnabout. And it had Phoenix Wright pointing. Objection! You and Tabitha come to in a basement. And a mound of packed dirt in front of you. Your friends are nowhere to be seen, though Sybil remains... See! Look at her posture! Look at it! It's exactly the same as that witch. I am telling you, there's something there. Anyway. Come to in a basement. Pack of mound dirt in front of you. A mound of packed dirt in front of you. Your friends are nowhere to be seen, though Sybil remains standing on the stairwell, as if she's been patiently waiting for you to get up. Ah, the spirit is gone, and the two of you are back, and both of you are whole. I have to admit, this is quite an unexpected outcome. Excellent work, Blood. But if you don't mind, I took the advantage of distraction to free everyone else. They're all outside. Take all the time you need to collect yourselves. I'll see you out there. Sybil heads up the stairs, leaving you and Tabitha alone in the basement. Huh, so that actually worked. I've got to stop picking fights with you. Investigate the shallow ground. Before you go, you decide to investigate the shallow ground in the middle of the room. Tabitha's close behind and watches you dig. Ah, there he is. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken at the bottom of the pit. Pardon me. There's another stone carving down there, just like the one we saw in the mines last night. This must be where the map took him. Your cousin stands in contemplative silence. We shouldn't leave him there, right? Maybe we should come back tomorrow and give him a proper burial. Oh, bit of respect I'm detecting from you. So Sybil's has some actual mysticism going on, huh? I want to investigate that. But I think I actually talked about that. She doesn't know too much. I want to be a shit. Oh, is that a bit of respect I'm detecting from you? Forget I said anything. Let's go. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. Finally, we're out of the fun house. I'm gonna go wait by the car. That's the last thing I want to do after all is talk to people. After all that is talk to people. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading towards the car. I'm gonna peace out too. Back-to-back encounters, my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Zane walks down the road. How are we supposed to know we would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around on the supernatural. I thought you learned that yesterday. But magic isn't real. It's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so sore. My bones weren't meant to bend like that. I'm gonna be hurting for a few days. And poor Rosalina. I'll make sure to bring them both some tea later. I think I have just the thing. Mom, this is not the time for tea. Jesus, the girl's lost a leg. She needs real medication. Real medication comes from natural ingredients, doesn't it? What I have to offer is no different than what Dr. Kelly would prescribe. And besides, after all you've seen, are you really sure? Are you so sure that much of a grasp? Are you really so sure you have that much of a grasp of reality on the unreal? Blood, is it really gone? I just saved all your skins with the power of my master debate skills. I don't want to be a shit, but I kind of gotta. I gotta, right? I gotta. I just saved all your skins with the power of my master debate skills. I'll let you have that. You deserve it. That's incredible. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make it up to you. I think ghosts are actually real. Stella's got to be over the moon right now. Actually, wait, where is Stella? Oh, she's just standing there by herself. That isn't like her. Go talk to her. I'm gonna go check in on her. I've never seen anything like what we saw tonight. Absolutely dreadful. This is the dog talking. I don't think my dear Stella's having an easy time with it. Oh, hey, Blood.
seem shell-shocked. Sorry, I can't talk right now. See you later. She hurries off down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? I think she just needs some time to herself. Still has never been the kind to share her burdens. I doubt that'll change just because someone goes chasing after her. If anything, it'll make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. There's another carving in there. Wonder if they're tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights? If you and Stella are right, there's another in the clinic. Oh, I'm a little lost. Have you been finding carvings around town? It's news to me, too. I'm sure everyone could stand around theorizing about this all night. But there'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. How could I have been so careless? After everything she went through in the last day, how could I even let this happen? I ran into Wayne in one of the rooms. He vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? Should we be worried about her? He also crushed a ditchling with his bare hands, so it was pretty scary. That's another reason we should keep our distance. Stella's smart. Hopefully she'll be okay. There was someone else in there? But that's my house. Rosalie and I live there. Did he say anything to you? We don't need to trouble Blue for any details. No one pay mind to that man. She keeps saying, don't pay attention to Wayne. I think Wayne should be paid attention to. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear. He won't make trouble. I don't think he's a drifter. He was here when Perlan was alive. Pardon me. No one could have known what was going to happen in there. Don't blame yourself, Oscar. I've seen it before. I should have known it could get worse. I should have let Rosalina come with us. Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. If you tried, we were just going to sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina was going to make us go in there no matter what. You didn't put a ghost in our house. This is not you. Not on you. I know you both had a difficult time, but the storm has passed and everything's worked out. Things will start getting better from here. Were you all conscious that whole time? Everyone glances at each other, though none of them technically gave any of their years away. You can see how exhausted they are, unsettled. Yeah. It was awful. Kind of fun, too, but mostly awful. I'm pretty sure we remember everything, at least up until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea. The words just came out. There was no context, nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was so angry. I was mostly just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful. I was just cold. I don't want to ask them that question. It was painful. They already said that. I should head back with Tabitha. And I should probably head back inside. It's starting to get chilly out here, and there's still work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night. Don't be a stranger. Let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will, and thank you all, again. Hey, yeah, Devious. Hey, guys, you, want a juice box? I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika, dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get home and get some rest. Okay. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on you, holding your arm for the moment. I'm sure you have questions for everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Blue. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. I guess it's just the two of us now. So you have no idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others. Yeah, I did not bring Avery on in the first run. There's a few. I don't think. Yeah, Avery wasn't there the first time we did this. His scene seems extremely important. None whatsoever. But I remember everything I said. And I remember a cold feeling. A prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. I guess we could add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. What do you remember? As far as I know, all of it. I might start forgetting soon, but for now it's all fresh. The twisting was the most unpleasant. But even though I feel like I got tossed in a blender, honestly, it made me feel so alive. You don't regret coming tonight? Look, that was a horrible experience that will stick with me for the rest of my days. But also kind of amazing for that. I don't know if that makes sense, but how many other people can say they were possessed by a ghost? I guess you finally found some shared trauma with everyone now. Avery chuckles and grabs their ribs, wincing. Yeah, I guess I do, huh? I know tonight was horrific, but it was also thrilling. Knowing we all went through it together makes it easier. There are people to commiserate with tomorrow, when the soreness really starts to set in. Which reminds me, I better get home. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I'm out of calling sick, but here's hoping a night's sleep will be enough to heal up. Avery heads off, leaving the square in the library empty. Time to wrap things up here. Back to the estate. The ride back is quiet, but not tense. Tabitha looks lost in thought as her glazed eyes stare up the winding road. Thanks for coming along tonight. This place would have been a lot worse without you. Don't mention it. We're family. So I guess ghosts are real. Yeah, I guess so. How do you feel about that? The same as I felt before we went into that house. You'd be surprised how quickly people adjust to terrible realities. I'd rather move on from what happened tonight than make a big deal out of it, and I'm sure most of your little friends feel the same way. Still, you did a good job tonight. I don't think I could have done what you did. If I was stuck in there without you, I would have just let that ghost behind as soon as I had the chance. I'm glad I didn't have to come to that. You trust me now? I don't like having to answer that questions like that. The sort of thing Proleo could turn into a weapon. There's also no ulterior motive for that woman. But yeah, sure, I trust you. Right in silence. You slide back into silence as the car makes its way to the estate. You're back inside. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Well, we're back. I still can't believe we made it out in one piece. I want to talk about that fucking locked door. I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk. Your cousin sighs. What do you want to know? Did you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? No. He's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. I don't think you killed him. Why was he all gross? He's sick or something. Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. You really don't want me talking to him. What does he know that you're afraid I'll find out? I just know him. Please trust me when I say he's bad news. Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. All the more reason not to talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. Leave it at that. You think Stella's okay, emotionally? She wandered off back there. I'm worried about her. She has an uncanny way of bouncing back from things. She'll be fine. How did you know how to call Sybil? Or to call Sybil? Who else should I have called? The cops? I believe you've seen their competence on full display. Besides, I'm sure you've heard that old woman talk. If anyone in the town could have known how to deal with a ghost, it has to be her, right? Not that we needed the help, apparently. But how was I supposed to know you were able to talk a ghost into submission? Oh, she's actually smiling! Might have gotten rid of that ghost, but I'm still traumatized. That's great. Now you're really a Scarlet. Let this be a lesson to you, Blood. Alright, I think it's time for me to turn in. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days. That's all. Then the bus comes. You know, I don't have to leave the holler. I get used to this place. That's good to hear. It would be nice not being the only Scarlet left. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. Talk no jutsu. Hey, Devious, it's the best jutsu. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling to bed. Suddenly, you're just buried under the family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half the week has passed since you first arrived in town, and little or half the week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest, but disaster still looms over the Scarlet Hollow. Still, tonight was a good night, and you fall asleep with a gentle, well-earned smile on your face. This is the end of episode 3. We hope to have episode 4 released before the end of the year. I'm going to save, because I'm going to save. We'll save right there. If you'd like to continue with this world state, please save now. I just did. And we'll continue. Well, until the next episode comes out, that's all there is. I am very sad. It's a very good game. But, alas, it is still in development, and in time there will be more. And I assure you, the moment, I hope that doesn't fall. The moment that episode 4 comes out, you can bet your bottom dollar I'll be doing a stream of it. Because hot damn, is this game fucking good. But in the meantime, I actually got this game as part of a bundle. Unfortunately, that's all what that Black Tabby Games has in the Steam store right now. They're working on this and another game called Slay the Princess that is going to be out next year. There's a demo coming for that eventually. I might... I saw a video of everything it had to offer, but I might stream it anyway just to share it because the developer has a fan, put it that way. Aside from that, the other game I got in the bundle that I haven't played, because the other game was Sucker for Love, which I could honestly do again. It's a great game. Might do that anyway. The other one, I need to check its name real quick. One second. What was it called? Cooking something. Cooking Companions. It has a very cutesy look to it that I don't trust. So, I think I'll stream that as well. And I'm going to be completely blind for that one, which should be grand. So, look forward to more of this soon, because I've been really enjoying doing this. And, thank you for stopping by. Shorter than yesterday by 2 hours, but, you know, it was one episode to 2. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? Who's online? I don't have any low people, but you know, let's just raid Bosco. Let's just chuck a wrench in whatever he's doing. Alrighty. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope to see you again soon. It's good getting to a routine of streaming, especially with games like this. I really enjoy. Thank you all for stopping by, and I will see you another time.